Hello, Sarah here again. I hope you're all well. Sarah Hogan here is my page, and I'm also founder of the Mummy Movement. I founded that in about 2017, and I'm kind of moved away from that a little bit, but I'm really excited to be back to helping all of you wonderful women in general, and particularly mummies with their C-section and their abdominal separation. So I just wanted to do a quick live today and talk a little bit about posture, about our alignment and how that can affect our separation. Let me get my little gadget. It seems to be becoming a theme. So we've spoken already with my little gadget. We spoke about breathing and how that can help to draw our diastasis. I can never say the words right. I always abbreviate them together. We've spoken about food and how if we aren't getting the right nutrients in, that's not going to help our muscles heal. We've also spoken about if we find it difficult going to the toilet, how straining is going to separate those muscles even more. So thank you for everybody who's popping on. So let's have a little talk about posture, alignment, how we stand. So very often when we have a baby, it might be breastfeeding or feeding with a bottle, so our shoulders are going to be rounded, aren't they? Like this. And in general, the population's shoulders are going to be rounded forward. Quite aware that you can kind of only see my face. I've just jumped on quickly to do this while I'm waiting for a call, actually. So we might be kind of round shouldered like this. Also, I call it the S-bend. Very much so, after we've had a baby, we're going to get that arched in our back. Rounded arch in our back. So if we get this rounded arch in our back, we're going to find that it's going to push forward our DR, isn't it? It's not going to be optimal position for our abdominal separation to heal. So what we want to be doing, we want to be working towards getting into a nice neutral alignment. So there's lots of ways that we can do this. There's lots of ways that we can do that. But once again, I'm going to come back to this. And one of the real ways that we can help to establish a nice neutral position with our pelvis, which is going to help with our separation because we're not putting on any intra-abdominal pressure on our separation here, is to regain a neutral spine. So how are we going to do that? With breathing. Going back to a couple of days ago when we spoke about breathing and drawing the muscles together, we're going to take that lovely deep breath in, let everything expand, yummy melted tummies. Then as we exhale, we're going to start, as we were thinking before, about, and even sometimes if you don't quite connect with that pelvic floor, let's just send those messages down there, because with repeated practice, it will come. It will come, believe me, have faith, have faith. Drawing up that pelvic floor, and as you come back, exhale, 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 we're going to start thinking about the pelvis. Now, I haven't got my Sally Spine with me. She's in the shed at the moment as I change my clinic space. But I will try and get my pelvis out to show you. But for today, we're going to think of this as our pelvis. So this is our tummy button here. This is our back. So ideally, if we stood there, we want our tummy button here. And say our back there, and this is our pelvis along here. Not anatomically correct, but you get the gist. We want that to be level, like a bucket of water. We don't want anything spilling out of that. Now, what very often happens in pregnancy, we're going to get that anterior tilt. So here would be your spine, and we're arched. We're going to get that arch, aren't we? A lot of women have it, a lot of dancers have it from how we're stood, a lot of gymnasts, but the majority of people, rather than be the other way, are going to have like an arch back, which is going to tilt that pelvis up a little bit. So if this is our separation here, the pelvis is tilted that way. I'm really kind of over exaggerating it here. We're putting that strain on here, aren't we? Separation, separation. So let's have a little think. We're going to take that deep breath in. Really deep breath, look at that. We're going to exhale. Now, as we're exhaling, we're drawing up. Everything's working in synergy together. North, south, 360. It's all connected. Let me move back a bit. There we go. Drawing up. As we draw up, we're going to think, really connecting of levelling out that pelvis. Ooh, less pressure. So let's have a little think about that again. You might want to do it with your pelvis. I'll do another one of these standing up and demonstrate to you properly. I've just kind of jumped on before a consultation call that I've got. So if we're stood, and we're kind of stood with that arch back. After pregnancy, we've got a pregnancy tummy, or when we put on weight sometimes, you know, we've got that load. Centre of gravity has changed. Baby's gone, but we're still kind of stuck in that position. Separation here. Everything pushing forward. If you do that, don't do this if you have got a gap. But if you haven't, if you arch your back, you can feel that there's more pressure on the front of the tummy here, which isn't what we want. We don't want any pressure on our separation there, do we, if we've got one, or indeed if we haven't. So let's think of taking that deep breath in. Relax, release, let your tummy go, let your bum cheeks go, let your lower back go. Relax, relax, relax. I know it's hard. Then as we exhale, we're going to think of everything drawing in together again. The ribs are relaxing. Ribs are relaxing down, ribs are relaxing down. And we're going to think about, I'm doing it as I'm sitting down. Oh, that's much more comfy. Pelvis coming into a neutral position. I'll do it from the front. So say if you're stood in an arch position. Oh, I'm all over funny. That's our diastasis here. Diastasis. Everybody says it different, don't they? American, English. We want our pelvis to be nice and neutral. So say tummy button, front of pelvis-ish. Nice and level. Very often we're not. So we've got an arch back. You think, deep breath in. Exhale, exhale, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, drawing that pelvis back into neutral so there's no pressure here. So yeah, I will do one standing up. Like I said, I've just jumped on quickly while I'm waiting for a client consultation, but I just thought that might help. So that's how we can draw. Deep breaths in, exhale, and really think about getting that pelvis into a nice neutral position again. And that's going to help, you know, how your alignment will help with your gap. Okay, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a lovely day, everybody. In Lincoln, it's grey and rainy. I don't know where it is, how it is where you are, but make the most of your day. And if anything, any back issues, anything, come back to that breathing. Come back to the breathing, working the muscles, working those intercostal muscles, relaxing and engaging. Okay, guys, take care. See you soon.